On the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he spins through. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might have considered that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramos. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Back to throw here. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st down, Bishop. And he's got it to about the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
The 33-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. House. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Lindsey over the middle, complete. That's Bishop. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Lindsey. A solid stiff arm. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on an opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 57 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Throwing to start the drive. Lindsey. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And it's a fumble. And he'll go down at the 28. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Back to throw. Lindsey. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Romeo Doubs is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Again, it's Johnson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Lindsey. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bishop. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Lindsey. He finds his man. Complete. That's Wilkins.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the keeper.
And he is going to have the Bills 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
To number 87. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 7-yard line.
Touchdown, Bills! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
He was taken down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw.
That's complete to Dobbs.
Of this 1st quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Recovered by the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
The Bills offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36.
Off play action. Lindsey.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lindsey. That is caught. And they can't bring him down. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake. Lindsey.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Lindsey. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Lindsey. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
Fielded at the 43. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 36.
Back to throw. Lindsey. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That's another Bills first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
It's now third.
And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills continue to pull away here this first half. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half.
24. Visitors, nothing.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, Sampson.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Second and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramos. Third and 2.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills have opened the lead up to 30. Now the try here for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramos. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Bishop. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
At the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A final shot before break. Lindsey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our look at the NFL starts now. In Charlotte, the Panthers at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And it's Josh Allen. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Panthers improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And here's the home team's running back. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans hosting the Jacksonville Jags. and this is Tank Dell. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Texans are finally in the win column after 5 straight defeats. They get their first win of the year. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's the beginning of the first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Ramos.
14 yards. That's good for a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 30.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he stopped immediately there.
And some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd.
It's a quarterback sneak.
And he is going to have the Bills 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
16-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
At the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chicago offense set to get started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll go with the keeper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and 6. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
5-yard loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of...
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there.
7 at the 5-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Lindsey. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's a carry they have. Satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Second down and 6 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bishop.
Yeah, he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
35-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
From the gun on third down. Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Bishop.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the gun on third down. Lindsey. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. House. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Lindsey. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilkins. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Up the middle they go. Sampson.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's fielded at the 34.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Bills. Here as we get you reset. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Now 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Off play action. Lindsey.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida.
Gain of 21 yards.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, Off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bills, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now.